Hello everybody, this is Commander Strain and welcome back to The Division. I just wanted to take a few moments to talk a little about the changes that are taking place on the public test server right now, as Massive Entertainment make dramatic and positive changes to the endgame experience in The Division. Upon reaching level 30, players are able to select a world level tier that controls the level of enemy NPCs encountered, as well as the quality of loot they drop. You start in world tier 1, but as you improve your gear, new tiers will open up for you, and therefore you can continue to gather better gear as you strive to improve your character. Also now, any activity you do in the dark streets of New York, whether it's going into the dark zone, engaging a daring mission at the Russian consulate, or tackling a high value target, as you'll see coming right up in the gameplay, allows you to gather max level gear from your selected world tier. Now this is a great change, as previously in order to get the best gear, you had to do activities that needed the best gear. So you always entered the in-game activity with a poorly optimised set of gear, and this made the activity extremely difficult. The level 1 to 30 experience has not changed. That was working fantastically well, with a great story and very balanced gameplay. The changes though to the end game were really needed, as the level of player satisfaction in the game was at an all-time low, with the media reporting that the active player base decreasing rapidly. Something needed doing, and thankfully Massive stepped up and delayed the next DLC patch and endeavoured to try and fix the game. They flew members of the community as an elite task force to gather input and ideas from those people actually playing the game, and they listened to that feedback and made not only the changes I've already talked about, but other huge quality of life improvements. The 1.4 test server also gave the community a real chance to test those changes and to contribute further to improving everyone's experience in the game. The 1.4 update should be released onto the live servers at some point in October. We are currently in the second test phase with at least one more phase to work through before it goes onto the live servers, and when this does go live, it will be available to PC, Xbox One and PS4 players. But before I talk a little bit more about some of the other changes in the 1.4 test, I should really give a big shout out to Hamish and Yannick from the Massive community team, who have shown a real passion and desire for the game to be improved and have communicated what they can about those changes as quickly as they were able to. Thanks guys to both of you and to the rest of the Massive team. So what else has changed in the game on the PTS? First and foremost, the time to kill enemy NPCs has been lowered to a more manageable level. In 1.3, with level 35 mobs, there were times when you would run out of ammo before killing a pack of NPCs. Now with the maximum level of enemy NPCs you will phase as level 33 at World Tier 4, this is much more balanced. With this change, developers were able to look at skills within the game, and the heal and smart cover requirement for 1.3 is now not there. Players can now choose to use a variety of different skills and not feel the need to have to use two cookie cutter skills. Gear sets were balanced with high-end gear, making those high-end items relevant again, which gives players more choice in what they will use, and the drop rates have improved. You need to remember the Division is a shooter MMO, so being able to min-max your gear is needed, so more loot is always welcome to aid in this process. Gear set weighting, where only certain gear sets would only drop from certain activities, has been removed from everywhere apart from the incursions. And although this increases the RNG of where gear set items drop, it means players are not forced into certain long instances to get a particular gear set. Daily and weekly assignments now reward you with loot caches that are scaled to your world tier. Not to mention the addition of field proficiency, so the experience you gain as you kill mobs and complete missions at level 30 rewards you with field proficiency, giving you even more loot. The final thing I want to briefly talk about is the main PvE area, the place where you leveled up from 1 to 30. The fantastic New York backdrop, well, it's relevant again, as the random name mobs are back in the game. So you can go and kill them, earn field proficiency experience, as well as secure more loot, in a similar way to how the Dark Zone is, without the added pressure of PvP that might be right around the corner. All hail Bullet King, it's time to go after him again. Frankly, I'm excited about the Division again. I'm a casual player, and when 1.4 goes live, I will have choices about what I do within the game and how much time I put in while still able to progress my character with end-game loot. Although there is the rest of the HVT mission to watch, I have talked enough, and it's time to let the game and the loot drops I get show you how good the 1.4 test is and how great it's going to be when it goes live. I think it will revitalise the Division. I will link in the video description below the current 1.4 patch notes so any of you agents out there currently on a break from the game can take a full look at all the changes, and maybe I will see some of you back on the streets of New York as we try to clean up the city. Thanks everyone for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this little introduction to the 1.4 test server. I look forward to reading your comments about what you think of the new Division direction. Take care everyone. Goodbye.